Why, hello there. I was browsing the internet and I saw a lot of people talking about the Emmys and how awful it was. And then I noticed not even the progressives were happy with it. I was like, wow, it must be really bad for not even the progressives to be happy with it. Then I started thinking, like, why do we even watch the Emmys to begin with? All these award shows. Do we really give that much of a shit about non-interactive entertainment and the celebrities in them? Like, I don't know about you, but I don't give a shit about any of that. I'm surprised anybody cares. People say like, oh, the Emmys make history. Maybe they did a long time ago. I don't know. I would still argue against that. But especially in 2018, they are irrelevant as fuck. Anyway, let's check out the opening monologue.
Whoa!
Whoa, I didn't know you would be here. Whoa. Yeah, I thought the Emmys were dead too, man.
Good evening.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 70th Primetime Emmy Awards. I'm Colin Jost.
I'm Michael Che. Thank you.
Isn't this supposed to be like some big ceremonious event? They're not really making it seem like that. Let's just keep watching.
It is an honor to be here sharing this night with the many, many talented and creative people in Hollywood who haven't been caught yet.
That's right.
Yeah, that's another reason I don't like mainstream media. There's a strange amount of rapists in there. That's a weird thing to open this kind of event with, you know? It just hit me like, oh, let's start the event with a rape joke. Okay, that's interesting. It seems like the Emmys know they're dying. They know their whole event is on the brink, and so they're not really putting much effort into it, making rape jokes and shit. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's pretty damn shallow. Too easy a joke to make.
This year, the audience is allowed to drink in their seats. Hope you're excited about that. Yeah, because the one thing Hollywood needs right now is people losing their inhibitions at a work function.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, and they're allowed to drink this time. Yeah, they really are on the brink, aren't they?
We just want to say a quick hello to the thousands of you here in the audience tonight and to the hundreds watching at home.
Again, I thought this was supposed to be like some ceremonious event. So far, it's flopping for me. Like, this is not interesting. This is not getting me hyped to look at the people who won awards and stuff. No hype at all. They're doing an awful job at presenting this whole award ceremony that supposedly makes history, I'll add, according to a lot of people. People are so dumb.
You know who's not? My mother's not watching.
What?
Well, she said she doesn't like watching white award shows because you guys don't thank Jesus enough. That's true.
Did he just label his own award show a white award show? What the fuck? I don't even know where to begin with that. They don't praise Jesus enough. The award shows have nothing to do with Jesus.
The only white people that thank Jesus are Republicans and ex-crackheads, so.
Was that supposed to be funny? If that was their attempt at comedy, there's no hope for the Emmys. They are definitely dead. It doesn't get worse than that. That was really bad. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I'm laughing at their attempts at comedy rather than their actual jokes. You know you've hit a new low whenever that's the case.
I don't know if you know this, the first Emmys were held back in 1949. Things were very different back then. Gas was 17 cents a gallon. A new home cost $7,000. And we all agreed that Nazis were bad.
What, is that to imply that a lot of us don't think Nazis are bad? Name one person that doesn't think Nazis are bad. I can't think of one. I really can't think of one. I mean, maybe there's some bottom-of-the-barrel trolls that you can scrape off from the corners of the internet. And then look at that face he's making. Like, can a body language expert please tell me what he's trying to convey with that face? What the fuck? Oh my god. God damn it. And his friend, he's just like, Argh!
Our network, NBC, has the most nominations of any broadcast network.
That's right. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like being the sexiest person on life support. It's not great.
Still not looking great.
Not great.
Still
Not great
good.
for you
No.
guys.
Jesus, these jokes are absolutely awful. The people laughing in the audience, you can just tell that they're manufactured laughs. Not a single one sounds genuine at all. Especially whenever you take into context these awful jokes. Like, no normal human being could laugh at these things. And why are they so political? I don't understand.
Of course, there are so many incredible nominees here tonight.
That's
Incredible
true.
nominees.
Blackish is nominated.
That's right.
People of Blackish. Blackish is also how I've been asked to behave tonight, so. See how that goes. We'll see how that goes.
Did he just admit to being paid to be black? Isn't that kind of racist? I mean, maybe it was a joke, but I don't know. Given today's current cultural climate, I don't think that would be a joke. I mean, it was delivered as a joke. Doesn't seem like a joke, though. You see, in order for a joke to be funny, there has to be a joke there. It can't just be all delivery. I mean, your delivery can be funny, but if your joke isn't funny, then the joke isn't funny, it's your delivery that's funny. So there was no joke there.
That's true. Speaking of sad, The Handmaid's Tale is nominated.
That's right.
Yes, the best drama. Yes. I don't know if you've seen it, but The Handmaid's Tale takes place in an imaginary future where an entire group of people are violently forced to work and make babies against their will. It's what black people call history. So.
I don't even know what to say to that, to be honest. Racially charged jokes aren't funny. They're just not. So yeah, no comment. I really don't have anything else to say there.
And Roseanne was canceled by herself, but picked up by white nationalists.
Oh. She's had a rough year.
Yeah, no, that's tough.
Okay, I don't know anything about Roseanne or who owns it or whatever, but that's a pretty. But somehow I doubt that whoever picked it up was a bunch of white nationalists. That's a pretty bold claim. You gotta be careful with those things. Somebody gets mad enough they can sue you for slander. And then he analyzes the audience and then finds that, yeah, maybe that joke wasn't very funny at all. And then he accepts it. Oh, man.
You know how great an actress you have to be to get nominated for Roseanne now? That's like nominating a cop for a BET award. It doesn't happen. It'd be weird.
Why would you not nominate a cop? I don't understand. I don't understand what he's trying to say here. BET. So he's saying you can't nominate a cop for a Black Entertainment Television Award? Why not? Is it because you think cops are racist? Is that why? Is that the joke? Haha, that's funny. Cops are racist. Yep, indeed. This is the biggest echo chamber. Like, look at all these people. This is literally the biggest echo chamber I think I've ever seen. And they're just displaying it right on national television. That's embarrassing as hell. Jesus. I feel bad for whatever this dude's like 80. He has to look back on his life and finds that, damn, I just hosted the biggest echo chamber of all time. To the point to where I was so confident that I could tell any racially charged joke as long as it's in favor of black men, and then the crowd would laugh with 100% certainty. What strange times we live in. Again, I thought this was supposed to be like some big ceremonious event. You guys are doing an awful job at hosting the Emmys. Like, absolutely terrible. I'm almost in shock at how bad this is. Not a single joke has made me laugh. And just the delivery of this whole opening monologue just does not fit with the ceremonious nature with the Emmys. And I don't even watch the Emmys. I don't give a fuck about the Emmys. Because I don't care about non-interactive entertainment. Except YouTube. I like YouTube, but I can interact with that still, so no, I don't give a fuck. Maybe I'm just biased, or I just don't watch the Emmys enough to really know what the Emmys are supposed to be. But this is god-awful. Has it been like this for the 69 other Emmy Award events? Has it always just been this bad?
The Obamas now even have their own production deal at Netflix. Mm-hmm. And my dream is that the only thing they produce is their own version of The Apprentice.
That'd be nice.
And it gets way higher ratings.
So if you don't know what The Apprentice is, it's the show Trump hosted about business and stuff. So this is just another unfunny, politically charged kind of joke that just falls flat on its face. I can't imagine a single genuine person laughing at these jokes. Like, imagine meeting somebody walking down the street, just some average Joe, and then you show them this. Do you think they're gonna laugh? I certainly wouldn't. I'd just be like, wow, this is kind of depressing.
Things are getting better, but as we all know, TV has always had a diversity problem. You know, I mean, can you believe they did 15 seasons of ER without one Filipino nurse?
That's crazy. That's just crazy.
Have you been to a hospital?
That's crazy.
Even on a great show like Cheers. I mean, Cheers, I love Cheers, but you're telling me they made a show about an all-white sports bar in 1980s Boston, and not one black dude walked in, saw everybody, then walked right back out immediately? I would have, certainly.
And then diversity enters the equation because you can't have a mainstream media event without the mention of diversity. And the only reason I know the 70th Emmy Awards even exist is because I read an article that said it wasn't diverse enough. So everybody just hates this opening monologue. So all these people claim that the Emmys is like a cultural phenomenon, it makes history. Why would you prop something up on a pedestal, first of all, about something nobody cares about, and then again, why would you prop up on a pedestal this kind of politically motivated, racially charged kind of culture? I don't understand. Whenever you're partaking in media, do you really want to think about Donald Trump, Obama, identity politics, your racial identity? Do you really want to think about all that? This kind of reminds me of how SJWs didn't like Far Cry 5 because it wasn't political enough, or how people didn't like Spider-Man, the video game, because it wasn't political enough. It put police in a good light. Or not even in a good light, just in a light, and didn't bash them to hell.
There's even more diversity coming to TV. There's a Latino Magnum PI. There's going to be a black Samantha in a reboot of Bewitched. But it's going to get balanced out. It's going to get balanced out by an all-white reboot of Atlanta called 15 Miles Outside of Atlanta.
That's good.
And it
Watch
focuses on white women who call the police on the cast of Atlanta.
This opening monologue can't go a single minute without mentioning race. Why are these two people so racist? Why does everything mainstream media touches have to be so incredibly racist? Like, here they are making fun of white women. Imagine if you made fun of black women like that. I don't understand. We live in a society where it's okay to be racist to white people, and then you claim they have white privilege. And you could do it on national television, no less, and get paid to do it. Well, I don't think I could put into words properly how awful that opening monologue was. Mainstream media has hit an all-time low. Everybody hates them except old people. They always attack our favorite YouTube personalities. They're always doing hit pieces. They're always being racists, and then calling other people racists. They're always pushing cultural Marxism. I don't get it. Maybe I'm out of touch. I don't even watch Netflix. As long as I have YouTube and video games, I'm pretty entertained. So yeah, it was fun to just sit back and laugh at the mainstream media's attempt at hosting an award ceremony. I feel like any other big conglomerate would have nailed it. These guys, oh my god, it's so frustrating how just awful this was. If I paid these two any amount of money, I would be so disappointed in my own investment. Then again, I probably wouldn't, because I wouldn't be the kind of investor that tells their clients to act like their skin color, because I'm not a racist. I'm not sitting here trying to perpetuate stereotypes like the mainstream media does. Anyway, this has been Psychic Sploob. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you disliked, leave a dislike, but at least tell me why. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace out.